and welcome to my legislative report, where we shine the spotlight on interesting people, places, and things in the 131st District. Today, we're at the Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center, and are joined by Executive Director Dave Luz and Curator of Collections Candice. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
The Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center is a one-of-a-kind institution. Can you tell us about your mission and history and what makes you so unique?
The Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center has been collecting since the 1880s, 1884, and we preserve and interpret, that is, tell the stories of the people of the upper Perkiomen Valley as well as the Schwenkfelders. We're the only place in the, I like to say, the known universe that preserves the heritage of the Schwenkfelders. And we are an archive and we are a museum. We like to focus on people, their lives, and the stories they tell, and we help people as they come and visit us to explore their past.
Part of the Library and Heritage Center's mission is to preserve the history of the Schwenkfelders. Can you tell us about the history of that group and their impact on the area?
Sure. I like to say that the Schwenkfelder story is the quintessential Pennsylvania story. The Schwenkfelders were persecuted in a part of Germany called Silesia since the time of the Protestant Reformation. And the worst persecution for them came in the early 18th century, and they literally walked away from their homes and made their way over a period of a number of years to Pennsylvania shores. Along the way they got help. They stayed for a while in Herrnhut with the Moravians for about 6 or 8 years, and then over a period of 7 years and 6 migrations, 1731 to 1737, they came to Pennsylvania. The largest group came in 1734 to Pennsylvania. Candice, their impact?
Well, they were some of the earliest settlers here in this part of Montgomery County and eastern Berks. So they had a lot of impact on the development of the area and the growth of the area. They were a highly literate group of people, which was a little bit unusual for the time. Not to say that people, especially German people, were not literate, but the Schwenkfelders in particular were literate. They started schools early on, which educated not just Schwenkfelders, but other local children. In the 19th century, they started important businesses locally here and in central Montgomery County that really were the lifeblood of some of the areas. So a highly significant impact on just the general growth of the area, in my opinion.
Mine also.
The collection here includes a variety of exhibits and artifacts. What are some of the ones that you are most proud of?
Well, we have really an exceptional collection of objects, of archival material, and of library material from the Reformation era, which is the 16th century in Europe, all the way up to the present day. And we have some material in the library in particular, which only exists here in Pennsylvania because of the ravages of war that occurred in Europe in the 20th century in particular. And then our object collection, we have a stellar, perhaps the best in the world collection of Fraktur, which are Pennsylvania German decorated manuscripts, needlework, quilts, all kinds of objects of daily life that show how people lived from colonial Pennsylvania up into the present day.
The Library and Heritage Center offers programming for all ages. What are some of the programs offered here?
One of our most popular one is actually happening today, the second Wednesday of each month. We have brown bag lectures. Dr. Alan Wiemeyer, our Associate Director of Research, frequently presents over the lunch hour topics related to the Schwenkfelders and local community, and we get various speakers in too. Another unique program that we do, we have the only children's groundhog lodge in the United States. And they meet in early February for a couple-hour program for the children to help them to learn about the Pennsylvania German language and the Pennsylvania German culture in the past. We have two affiliated groups associated with us, the Society of the Descendants of the Schwenkfeldian Exiles. They do a program once a year. And then the Friends of the Schwenkfelder Library do 3 educational programs. Some of those are of local topics, particularly local history topics. Some of them are what we call our back porch seminars, where we get some senior citizens or people experienced in a particular topic, and they reminisce or they tell stories and with a moderator. Candice frequently goes out to speak to questers groups, quilting groups, history groups, all kinds of groups interested in history. Church groups, I speak, we both do, to tell the story of the Schwenkfelders. And then we also have children's programming geared to homeschool group, as well as American Girl Teas for girls after school. And so those are some of our programs that we do.
The Library and Heritage Center includes the Heritage Shop and hosts the Penn Dry Goods Market. Can you tell us a little bit more about each of those?
Candice would love to tell.
I would love to tell you about the Penn Dry Goods Market. Because of our textile collection, the samplers, quilts, and other textiles that we own, that's always been an important focal point of our collecting and our programming. So we came up with this idea to do a textile antique show with a textile history lecture series. It takes place every May on the weekend after Mother's Day. So it's the date changes, but that particular time does not change. And we host nationally known speakers from all over the country. We regularly have speakers from Williamsburg, Winterthur, the large art museums throughout the country who come and give lectures on textile history. Then we have an antique show on the first floor where dealers come and sell vintage and antique textiles and other antiques. And it's a niche market, needless to say, but it's been a pretty good hit so far. We're very happy with the progress, and we've been doing it since 2013. Yeah, and our shop is a great little shop to buy different things, gifts and books for Pennsylvania German culture. So we're always happy for people just to come in and shop.
Now, I understand that the Library and Heritage Center is planning to expand its facilities. Can you tell us about what you have planned and how the expansion will help you fulfill the Library and Heritage Center's mission?
Sure. We are expanding about 12,500 square foot. We'll be adding on to our 25,000 square foot current building. We're adding 2 large exhibit areas, additional archival storage areas, and non-collection storage area, and an early 19th century barn. Our archival book storage area is basically filled, and material keeps coming in for both the museum and the archive part of us. And central part of our mission is to preserve the heritage, the culture of the community. And if we're going to do that, we need more space. So we're expanding. We're also renovating several spaces of the current building to make them function more properly. A key part of our collection, as I said, is to collect and preserve. Education is also a significant role in our mission. And the new gallery space, as well as the 19th century barn that we'll be bringing on site, moving on site, rebuilding here, will provide great opportunities for people to learn about the past. And a lot of people, you ask them today where food comes from, they said the grocery store. And in reality, it's grown somewhere. And while it's probably grown in barns less and less today, it certainly was, and people should remember and know that.
What do you believe is the #1 reason that folks should visit the Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center?
Well, I think that we can offer an authentic glimpse of the past. Now, granted, we're not a living history museum, but in this time, in this point in time, people need, I think, a touchstone to what America really is. And I think we have that little glimpse. It might be a microcosm, it might be specifically Pennsylvania German, but we're a place where America really exists here, and what America, in my opinion, was and should be. And I think that people can come and see that and learn about their community and learn about how this community developed and how people came here and adapted to their surroundings, really.
Where can viewers go to learn more about the Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center and find information to plan a visit?
Sure. Our website is a great place to start, www.schwenkfelder.com, and click on General Information tab on the left side, and it's filled with the basic information, our hours. Our hours, we're open Tuesdays through Sundays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 4. Thursdays we're open till 8 in the evening, Saturdays 10 to 3, Sundays 1 to 4. And to give you our location and a brief introduction about us. Or you can email us at info@schwenkfelder.com or call us at 215-679-3103. And if you're coming to do research in the library, the best thing to do is to call ahead and make an appointment, because we're happy to help people. There's no charge to come into our facilities or use our facilities, and we like to keep it that way.
Excellent. Anything else either of you would like to add?
I don't think so.
No, just come and enjoy. We
Yeah.
welcome everybody, and we'd
Sure.
love for everyone to visit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Dave and Candice, for being with us today.
sure.
Sure.
And that's all the time we have for today's legislative report at the Schwenkfelder Library and Heritage Center. I'm State Representative Justin Simmons of the 131st District. Thank you.